What up, everybody? Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army, coming at you. So, as you guys see, I have Cal's Twitter account on my screen. The reason that is because he dropped a new blog. Okay, so I know I haven't covered the previous blog. This one right here. Hold up, where's it at? Where's that? This one right here, Shibarium update from October 2nd. All right, my bad, my people. I've been, swamped really, but what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna hit you with this one right now because it is the latest one. All right, so I just want to keep you guys updated. So you already know, um, after nonstop testing, security audits, and sleepless nights, the Shib team basically brought back the Bone Plasma Bridge. So it's officially back online. All right, it's like a rebirth for Shibarium's core infrastructure. Vital link between Ethereum and Shibarium, rebuilt from the ground up. And of course, you guys know it's going to be stronger, smarter, more resilient, hopefully a little bit more decentralized. But I did want to say that while certain K9 Sub DAO voices were busy spreading FUD, doubting the process, basically hating, trying to spin a narrative. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest, they don't know exactly what happened. We know for sure that validators were exploited, compromised. Exactly who did it, nobody knows. People have suspicions. Some people that with reputations like Zach XBT actually said it was a North Korean attack. All right. And then people like the SubDAO been hyper focused on blaming the Shib team. All right. Insinuating it, saying they don't care about the bridge. If the bridge is back, who cares? Lions don't worry about the bridges. So you know what? Those fudders, I hope they leave the chain. I'm gonna be honest, bro, because they are basically just trying to hate on Shib. With that said, Shib is still back. Shib ain't going anywhere, and in fact, Shiba Inu lives rent free in their heads, and they hate it, and I love it. All right, and basically, what we're talking about is there's a new blacklisting technology that shuts malicious wallets down before they act. 7-day withdrawal delay that adds a new line of defense without slowing you down. Every change went through unit testing, simulations, public testing and validation, and independent review by Hexens. This bridge isn't just reopened, it's reinforced for the future. And let's not forget, now that I've spoken about the K9 Sub DAO, let's not confuse the Sub DAO for the K9 DAO, even though the Sub DAO has effectively taken over the DAO. Okay, so the K9 DAO bounty was honored not for clout, but for accountability. Even when the attacker ignored a fair recovery offer, yeah, I would have too, to be honest. I was like, you telling me 5? Like, you stupid. Here, I'll give you this. But obviously, they tried. It is what it is. The team chose transparency over ego and doubled down on protecting the community. That's what leadership looks like. And in fact, what this is talking about is the Shib team is going to offer, once that one is over, they're going to offer a larger bounty for that K9 that the hacker has. All right. So what you're about to read, we're about to go through it right now, isn't just an announcement. It's proof that Shibarium delivers no matter the noise, even from partners. All right. Proof that Bone is back, bridging stronger than ever between Ethereum and Shibarium, and that at the end of the day, Shiba Inu gonna be here. All right. Whether they like it or not. All right. And with that said, let me go ahead and get into this article because that intro was kind of long. All right. And the article by Cal is called Plasma Bone Bridge is back stronger and more secure than ever. And one quick thing, the StreamYard for some reason is glitchy and the music is out. So you guys are stuck with my voice. So I'm gonna try to get this through this as soon as possible. All right. So what big up to Cal. I see what you're doing. I see what you're going through. I see all the FUD that you've been having to endure. I saw how they switched on you when you released the last one, trying to, play the sympathetic card. But at the end, we know their intentions. They're haters. All right. So thank you so much for staying focused. We see what you're doing. And the Shib army absolutely loves you, Cal. Just know that. All right. So what is Cal saying? He said, we're pleased to share that the Plasma Bridge is back online for Bone following a comprehensive review and a series of security enhancements. users can once again bridge bone between Ethereum and Shibarium with a safer, stronger, and more resilient experience. TLDR, too long, didn't read. Live now, Plasma bridge for Bone, ETH to Shibarium, Shibarium to ETH. New safeguards blacklisting to block malicious addresses and a 7-day withdrawal delay for finalizations. Quality assurance, unit tests, simulations, puppynet validation, multi-time frame monitoring, changes reviewed by Hexens. Bounty K9, the K9 DAO 5 ETH bounty has expired. We will extend one final conditional bounty amount TBD for complete return of all K9 held by attacker-controlled addresses which remain blacklisted. Next, gradual re-enablement for other tokens, fair, transparent user repayment program. What's new? Blacklisting functionality. We've introduced a proactive blacklisting system that lets us flag and block suspicious addresses at the bridge layer. This helps prevent repeat attempts and reduces the risk of abuse across the ecosystem. 7-day withdrawal delay finalization window. All Bone Plasma withdrawals now include a 7-day finalization delay. This buffer gives operators and security teams time to monitor and respond to unusual activity before funds finalize, significantly improving defense without removing user access. Why it matters. Plasma's strength is fraud resistant. The delay reinforces that property and provides a practical response window if anomalies are detected. Bridge Bone between Ethereum and Shibarium. With Bone reactivated on the Plasma bridge, you can deposit and withdraw Bone in both directions. This restores a critical pathway for users, validators, and liquidity providers while keeping protections in place. At a glance, how it works now. 1. Deposit Bone on the source chain. 2. Challenge period 7 days for withdrawal. Finalization on the destination chain. 3. Finalize and withdraw after the delay window closes. Tip. Always confirm you're using official endpoints. Announce via our verified channels. Never share seed phrases or private keys. Bounty status K9. The K9 DAO 5 ETH bounty has officially expired. The attacker drained and sold roughly $600 worth of Oscar tokens from the bridge, but ignored the 5 ETH recovery offer for K9 tokens, which remain blacklisted and unusable for them. We have no ego when it comes to protecting our users. Our only responsibility is to make them whole. To demonstrate that, we'll extend one final bounty offer amount to be date to be announced, I guess, TBD, larger than the previous one for the complete return of all K9 tokens. This is a goodwill gesture aimed at recovering value for the community, not rewarding exploitation. Anyways, I would have countered the DAO with, all right, cool. Well, how about half the amount? And I'll give you the other one. You feel me? They came at the hacker like, oh, here's 5. And the guy was holding like $600,000 or something like that. All right, cool. So we will make one final bounty offer. All right, cool. So attacker-controlled addresses remain blacklisted. For K9 partial returns will not qualify. The final bounty terms, return address, verification steps, and payout method will be announced only via our verified channels. All right, listen to only verified Shib channels. All right, ignore all the partners. Straight up, I'm telling you right now. Bone Army, ignore all the partners. Only focus on official Shib sources because a lot of the partners are fudders. I'm telling you. All right. I was in the K9 DAO whale chat, and there's so much hate for the Shib team in there. It's crazy to the point I was defending Shaitoshi and the team, and they made rules to try to censor me because I kept responding to everything. Eventually, I stopped responding and only replied in emojis, and then they kicked me out. Crazy. I'll talk about it later because I want to focus on this because it's what's important. But I just want to let you guys know, let's stay hyper focused on the Shibarium ecosystem, Shib, and not on the FUD, my people. At the end of the day, Shibarium is going to be here whether those people are here or not. And clearly they're here for a reason. So, all right. All steps will be coordinated with council and relevant authorities to ensure compliance and a safe, transparent process. No, we will not discuss bounty details and DMs. Ignore imposters. Only announcements from verified Shibarium channels are authoritative. All right, remember that. Only announcements from verified Shibarium channels are authoritative. All right, ignore the fudders. All right, and what am I talking about? Here, let me see if there's one over here that I saw earlier. Let me see. There was one over here that I saw earlier. Yeah, right here. This is one of them right here. Look at this. The lion does not concern himself with the Shiba Inu bridge being down after internal validators were compromised. Anyways, that's the kind of fun, and that's the voice of K9, by the way. So not just the sub DAO, that's the voice of K9, someone that was called the dick by the founder. So yeah, that's the situation right there. So remember that only Shibarium channels. Let's keep it 100. So how we tested and retested to ensure the bridge is robust under real world conditions, we followed a layer validation plan, unit test. Each module and function was tested in isolation for correctness and edge cases. Simulation testing. We ran end-to-end simulations under varied network conditions to surface performance bottlenecks and failure modes. PuppyNet deployment. The updated bridge ran on our public testnet to validate behavior under realistic load and user interactions. Multi-time frame analysis. We observed short-term stress and longer duration stability to ensure consistent operation over time. All critical changes were reviewed by Hexens, adding an independent layer of expert scrutiny. What's next? Token coverage expansion. We're working to re-enable bridging for additional tokens in staged rollouts, applying the same testing and review standards. User repayment program. In parallel, we're finalizing a fair and transparent repayment framework for affected users. Details will be shared through official channels once it's safe to do so. Safety first. We won't publish specifics that could be gamed while security work is ongoing. Expect measured, verifiable updates. Moving forward together, reactivating the Bone Plasma Bridge is a pivotal step in fortifying Shibarium's infrastructure. Every new safeguard, every extra check, and yes, even the 7-day delay reflects one core principle: protecting the community. Thank you for your patience, trust, and unwavering support as we continue to harden the network and build for the long term. All right. Need help or see something? Node a bridge support, support at Shib.io. Security reports, responsible disclosure, security at Shib.io. Real-time community help, official Telegram support channel. See verified links in our announcements. Stay safe, double check URLs, keep your keys private, and welcome back to a stronger Bone Plasma Bridge. See, that's what I'm talking about. That is what leadership looks like. Once again, stay focused on the official channels. Stay focused on the official Bone ecosystem blog, Shib.io, because at the end of the day, there is a lot of people that are hating and that are going to continue to hate. Let's just keep it 100. All right. They're not concerned with the bridge being, you know what I mean? And hating on the team and all this other stuff. At the end of the day, they're free to leave like they've been trying to leave. All right. Thousands of dollars into research of other chains, and then comes back failed. $8,000 from that proposal from K9 Finance. But with that said, Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army, just came at you. Once again, sorry that I took so long in updating on Cal and didn't even read the last one, but I will try to get to that one because it's important that everything Cal, everything Shaitoshi, everything the official team and official authoritative links and sources tell you is what I want you guys to understand. Everything else that's not from Hexens or a security firm with evidence is nothing but FUD and accusations. And that is something that I don't like. And really, the principal reason why I don't like the sub DAO. I'm out, my people. I'm Bone Army. You're Bone Army. We're Bone Army. You know what to do.